Alright, welcome back, Starcommers. Analysis shows this blue-pink color of nebula is due to a previously unknown type of muon decay. Very interesting. Is it really now? Ooh. If you're going a long distance, you need to take your hands off the command console. The ship has auto-thrust capability. Oh, trust and believe, I've been using them. I think there's a planet there. You can kind of tell where there's planets by way of slowing down. One of the duties is to maintain the ship's log of yada yada yada. If the ship is slowing down, that means we're getting close to a planetary body. Or I'm turning. The whole turning bit is also important. Picking up a faint signal on a light wave band. Looks like some kind of faint transmission. Let me try to restore it. I restored the message fragment as best I could. It's clearly in Starcom standard, but most of it was unrecoverable. Oh, found another planet. The anomaly is what appears to be a long-abandoned research facility. Although what there is to research on this frozen rock is unclear. The planetoid's composition is common ores and its daytime high is negative 210 centigrade. Holes in the facility's outer structure caused by wear from micrometeors allows the survey team easy entry. In the center of the facility is a large sphere of dark green ice. Composed scanners cannot ascertain. Around the perimeter of the lab is a network of monitoring devices and computers. Team Xenotechnician is able to extract information from the network's databanks, although it's been partially corrupted. It seems a group of researchers had extracted the green ice core from deep below the planet's surface. They believe it had been deliberately placed there by an ancient and powerful civilization, and were attempting to see if it held any new technologies. Active neutrino scans reveal a wealth of data, some of which was preserved. It seems the next phase was to gradually raise the temperature of the sphere, melt the outer layers. It was unclear if this phase was carried out. The team sets up a perimeter of thermal generators around the core and waits. After about 90 minutes, they report various gases sublimating off its surface. After about 3 hours, they report rivulets of green liquid flowing down. The liquid takes strange wandering paths in apparent defiance of physics. Get out of there! It's alive! They froze it for a reason. There's a sudden burst of radio commotion. Team leader reports that the Xenotechnician's suit has been compromised and that he is yelling about something wet climbing up his leg. Oh no, I called it! After several minutes of radio silence, team leader reports that the Xenotechnician has been almost completely liquefied by the green fluid. 5 minutes later, the team's security officer reports that team leader and the medic have been infected as well. Calmly reports that the liquid flows freely along any surface and seems to have deliberately moved to cut off their exit. She killed the thermal generators, but it will take some time for them to cool. The security officer reports she believes the liquid has penetrated her suit. While she doesn't have any symptoms, she believes the liquid is intelligent and may be deliberately waiting for her to return to the lander. She is therefore remotely ordering the lander to return to the ship without her or the surviving members. She thanks you for the opportunity to serve with you. Fuck. As you radio back, you hear her shouting at the other team members not to try to get to the lander. You're not sure she heard you over what sounded like plasma rifle firing. Damn. Down some crew on that one. The sacrifices shall not be in vain. Mostly. Sensors detect an indistinct anomalous reading beneath the surface of the waves. Surface conditions on this part of the planet make for dangerous conditions. Out of nowhere, there's a brilliant flash of light. Life signs on one of the team member suits go out. They rush him to the surface, but are unable to revive him. Analyzing the data after the fact reveals that clathrates, disturbed by the team's movement, built up a powerful static charge that was suddenly released like underwater lightning. Trevor's losing everybody up in this storm, or up in this cloud area. Go down here, see if there's anything real quick. Leave the cloud. We're slowing down. There's gotta be something, right? Maybe. Need more powerful scanners. Going down from something. Now we're speeding up. Well, I'm gonna head back to the thingamajig. I'll be back if I run into anything. See you guys in a bit. Hey, I got a comet. Self-illuminating bright green light of this comet seems to come from a novel phenomenon related to the Casimir effect generated between the outgassing. Some scientific mumbo-jumbo that's probably not accurate. I don't know. But we're back to whatchamajigget anyway. Definitely not messing with that space station yet. Come up here. Go down there, jump through that. Found the thing. Anomaly detected from orbit turns out to be a very weak distress signal from a group of reptilian scientists trapped in a crevasse. They identify themselves as sword scientists whose survey vessel was damaged in a surprise attack. They have been stranded for some time and are running low on supplies. They enthusiastically accept your offer, glad to not spend another night freezing their scaled posteriors off in a frozen crevasse. Right then. On behalf of the Sword Republic, we bid you greetings. Who are you, and what are your intentions? We are human representatives of Starcom, and we come in peace. We do not know of Starcom Collective, but accept your intentions of peace. How is it we have not encountered your kind before? We were transported to this region by a rift in space. Interesting. We have warp nexuses here that can be used to travel great distances. But what you describe is unknown to us. We would speak further, but we are on a search and rescue mission for one of our survey vessels, which has not reported in. We have rescued your missing survey team and will transfer them to your vessel immediately. Our lost brethren, you have done tremendous service to the Sword Republic. Please accept these minerals as a token of our gratitude. The planet where you located the missing team is one we had already passed by. Your detection capabilities must be more advanced than our own. Was there anything else you wished to discuss? We have some questions about the races of this place. Tell us about yourself. The Sword mastered interstellar travel millennia ago, but we officially record history from the formation of our republic only 500 years ago. Since then, we have dedicated ourselves to peaceful pursuit of science. We have, however, been forced to defend ourselves from the Chittick. We've had some run-ins with the Chittick. Chittick are most difficult race. Like the insects they descend from, they seek to expand, form, consume. Their ships are not as powerful as ours, but they make up for it in number. They have been recently becoming more aggressive in this region. We believe they have established a forward base near 12.7 minus 6.8. Most Sword captains think we should eliminate the base now before the Chittick can reinforce their position, but our civilian government has not authorized it. On the other claw, if a third party were to destroy the base, please understand, I make no request of you, but if that base did not exist, things would be much easier for us. You know any other races? Nope. What you know about this space? What can you tell us about these rings? We call them the Nexus Gateway. Unlike the Nexus wormholes that link some star systems together, they can be controlled to transport a ship to any other known gateway. Supposedly created by the Progent, we have little understanding as to how they function, but we rely on them for trade and exploration. Who are the Progent? You may encounter massive derelict ships or strange artifacts on desert worlds. We attribute these to the Progent, although in reality we know little about them. We don't even know if they were a single race or many. We have never encountered them. Some historians believe they were wiped out in a great war long before we took to the stars. This is not my area of expertise, but if they were wiped out in a war, what became of their vanquisher? Whoever they were, we have gained a great technological advantage from their remnants. I shall pass on this request to the government trade minister. I should warn you that because of the nature of the Chittick conflict, they are wary of exchanging critical resources with non-allied parties. Yep, that'll be about all. Thank you, little buddies. We'll be moving on here. Scan this planet and yeah, keep it rolling. To the wormhole. There's some up there. Yeah, fuck your cargo. Dirty sons of bitches. We'll go down around, and then looks like up there's a planet, so we should probably hit that up. Looks like there's an asshole down here, so we should probably hit him up. Oh no, it's another one of these ones. Oh, if he wants to run, we're not going to stop him. On a high mountain on this uninhabited ice ball is a structure buried in ice and snow. After careful defrosting using the lander's thrusters, the team is able to enter. The structure was an automated observatory that likely had been abandoned for centuries. Judging from several records, it was part of a project to study the chemical composition of rare comets. Sadly, most of the data collected has been lost to equipment failure. One hard copy document has an interesting note. Translation reads, "Probe thruster failure confirmed, likely unrecoverable. Project stopped at some coordinates that I don't care about because we'll get there eventually, I'm sure." We'll just fly around this asshole. Can't catch us, can't kill us. Bloop. Damn anomalies on it. So I've got to try to get him out of the way. Did you just die, you son of a bitch? Well, that's gonna be tedious. We'll be back. We'll be back to him. He ain't no big deal. We'll be back, son of a bitch. Oh god, there's more. Okay, it's destroyers too. We'll be back. We'll be back. Don't even worry about it. We'll be back. I'll come back with a combat ship. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on now. Dirty sons of bitch. Goddamn bugs. Your first officer transmitted your logs to us as soon as you were back in range, and I just finished reviewing them. Looks like you found a non-hostile race and opened up lines of dialogue. Well done. Starcom Protocol has some strict guidelines on the amount of involvement we can have with non-allied races, but you're the one in the field. What do you think? I think these are shit circumstances. If we ever make it back to Starcom space, you can say I did it on my own. Hell yeah. I'm not leaving you out to dry. I'll trust your judgment and back you up. Was there anything else? We could use more bodies. Descend to the grinder. We learned anything about the rift? I'm afraid not. Not only did it fry our databanks that might have held any prior reports, a lot of our sensors were damaged, so we don't even know what happened. Holding together, news of your discoveries are giving everyone hope, but nerves are starting to fray a bit. Not sure if you knew this, but we were recently pulled into a rift. No, I had no idea. How'd you get that scar? Tissues on the right side of my face have been worn away by a litany of inane questions. Check out that pottery? Not sure if you're being sarcastic. Yes, I am. Jackass. Thinking of challenging the Kiddick to a race. Good plan. Obviously you want a lot of engines with a low mass ship. But equally important is enough reactor power to keep a constant turbo burn. As I'm sure you'll recall from Warp Physics 101, at relativistic speeds, the Lorentz metric tensor creates an effect similar to drag, so there's diminishing returns on how fast you can go with normal thrust. Fair enough. First, most ship systems lose effectiveness as they take damage. Try to keep important modules protected. Second, some high-energy systems like turrets gain a significant boost for each open space they neighbor due to waste heat venting. Okay. So you've met the good doctor, eh? Rumor has it he's been that way since the incident. What incident? Being born. The man has been intolerable since I met him. He thinks he's this underappreciated genius, and Kite Station is kindergarten. Thing is, we all do appreciate his genius, but no one will ever tell him because he's a jackass. Makes sense. Fair enough. Got me some research times to spend. Let's get speed boosts all done. We'll come back to weapons later. Get these utility spots done. Probably should research that. That done too. Now I should research a lot of shit. It doesn't seem as if I can fight things effectively. Let us just do that then. Now we're cooking. Now we have the need for speed. 100 AU a second? Yeah, I can live with that. See what we can find out here in the unknown. Oh no, we ran out of power. Add. An anomaly. The spacecraft in the clearing is immediately recognizable as the same design we encountered in deep space. Team's leader follows first contact protocol and introduces themselves to the local populace. They learn that the vessel is a full-scale model of the one they lost as some kind of monument. Apparently, they used a sizable portion of their resources in launching the first vessel. Believing it a total failure, there was insufficient political will to try again. Armed with the knowledge that the vessel did indeed achieve faster than light travel, and with the telemetry data the team provides, it seems likely that the civilization will achieve spaceflight after all. They share the details of their warp system. The novel design may open up new improvements to our own engine performance in deep space. Very nice. High five. Making the friends. Careful, this object contains antimatter. Oh my god, I almost ran into it. Some kind of powerful unexploded ordnance. Bumping into it would probably be bad. Yeah, I would say. Let's crash into an antimatter bomb. It'll be fine. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fun. Scattered over a wide area on this rocky dead world are a number of large artifacts. Most seem to be broken fragments, inert, inscrutable on their own. One still seems functional. As the team approaches it, it emits a warm glow. It has no obvious controls save for 2 open canisters and an empty area suggesting a receptacle. Team engineer speculates this device takes 2 materials as inputs and outputs another. The size of the canisters reveal quantity inputs of 30 units. Traces around their opening suggest the device expects yttrium, gold, or neutronium. And none of those I have, so we'll be back. Hailing unknown vessel, please identify yourself. I am Torque of Starcom. We are come in peace. We are the Vanderi Federation. We seek trade and the exchange of knowledge. How have we not had contact with your civilization before? Our vessel was pulled into this region by a rift in space. We are seeking a way to return home. This device for managing fuel mixtures has an almost complete solution to the Navier Strokes problem. We are sorry to hear of your plight, but glad to make your acquaintance. As the first Vanderi to make contact with Starcom, it is our tradition to begin with an exchange of data or technology. I am transmitting information on the Kylitos technology we use aboard our ships. Would you be willing to share technology with us? This is some interesting technology beyond our current capabilities. As your generosity seems to have exceeded ours, allow us to make an additional gift. 10 neutronium. That's what you got. Cobalt is what you trade for? That's fine. Alright then. We are off. No, don't go into the... Yeah, you can't capture me no more. I got more power than you do, you son of a bitch. See where this leads. Whatever the anomaly detected from orbit is, it's somewhere within a dense jungle filled with strange vegetation and sound. The terrain is too rugged to take the survey lander any closer. Deep in the jungle, the team discover a makeshift encampment around a hidden landing field. Using the remote translator, the team's xenoculture expert learns that this is a roving bazaar where various unaffiliated merchants can trade off excess goods on the gray market. Judging from the way the various traders cover their faces, this is probably a charcoal gray market. Only lot currently trading is 37 units of yttrium, selling for 27 units of platinum. That doesn't seem like a good trade. Anyway, so let's carry on. Machine of some kind, right? I think. Tag there for that. We'll be back later when we get more resources. See what the hell it does. Try and make that. Well, no, I need one more reactor. High altitude scans on approach show a large late Bronze Age civilization near the anomaly location. So the team lands a good distance away and makes their approach on foot in accordance with Starcom policies of minimal intervention. Concealed in the thick foliage that lies a river delta, They are able to observe a throng of aliens apparently worshipping in front of a large but incomplete pyramid. As they observe, an alien priest carrying a small object ascends the steps. As she speaks, the object magnifies his voice in a way that must employ advanced technology. At least as surprising as what he says, as are interpreted by the universal translator. Come forth, visitors, we beseech you to make yourselves known. Do not be afraid. Okay. As the survey team emerges into the open, the massive aliens part and the priest approaches. In a quiet voice, he explains the device he uses to project his voice was recovered from a heaven ship, which now lies at the center of their unfinished pyramid. Over the centuries, they have noticed that periodically visitors from the heavens arrive, interested in examining the ship. They would be happy to allow the survey team the same privilege if in exchange the survey team would use their magic to help move some of the larger blocks needed to complete the pyramid from a distant quarry. It is, after all, a temple dedicated to the magic sky visitors such as them, and frankly the blocks are quite heavy. Yeah, I mean, it's already done, so let's do it. Takes a team only a few trips with the lander to complete the outermost layer of the pyramid. Aliens are delighted to give the team the tour of the heaven ship. It appears to be a small, unarmed vessel for a single life form, either a life pod or a scout ship. While it is not particularly advanced by Starcom standards, the team does find some interesting data in its flight control design. A little bit of research is better than no research, I guess. Oh no, we got a not friendly incoming. Start over here we gotta go to. Gonna travel around that sumbitch. Not even gonna touch it. For some reason we still have a plasma turret, like we're gonna do some fighting. While he lands, we'll burn out to here and see what we find. Near the base of the awesome peaks of this world, the team finds the source of the anomaly reading, some modest deposit of titanium. The team thanks their stars the deposits weren't higher up, given that some of these peaks are over 30 kilometers high. Well, yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it? What are you? What are you? Virtually every interior surface of the uninhabited station is covered with ornate geometric patterns. There seems to be some computer system, but the team is at a loss on how to even interface with them. Okay. We'll just do one of those then. We could travel there to there. Alright, so we got to system outside the lines. I think right here we're going to take a little pause and we'll be back in a bit to continue the adventure. So until then, y'all have a good day.